Hello, everybody. Welcome to ARWLS DuPont Cup Series Preseason Thunder. We're back for Season 3, and we got a crap ton of changes going on. And this is a practice session. The only practice session these guys are ever going to get this track. This is an opportunity to practice for a League 500, and this is also an opportunity for the rookies to practice for the PlayStation Limited, which will be coming up right after this. But we are going to be looking at some of the drivers this season. Dougie Shears was the first one out. Very eager. Dougie Shears, one of the large amount of rookies. He'll be in the PlayStation Unlimited. And that reminds me, we should get the practice stuff right there. So Dougie Shears joining Red Bull Racing and that number 82. Red Bull returning to a two-car team after being two cars for a small amount last season before turning back into a one-car team with Jeffrey Buckeye. That 82 is the 84 car, just rebranded. Interesting to be seeing what Dougie Shears can do. And let's see here. Dougie Shears is the first one to complete a lap. And we're going to go in order here. There's Charles Sanford. One of the biggest surprising moves for Hendrick was taking Justin Perry out of 24 and putting in Sanford. Sanford was not present in Season 2. He was in Season 1, but he didn't make the chase in that 15 car. But Charles Sanford, they're giving him an opportunity in even better equipment. So, yeah, it's good to see Sanford back. It's great to see when the Season 1 originals come back into the sport. So, glad to see Sanford. There's Brandon Griffiths and Ty Nunn. Brandon Griffiths is Dustin Griffiths' brother. Not really ever seen Brandon around, but it's great to see another new face, so glad to see that we got another Griffiths in, because Dustin Griffiths is a pretty nice driver, so you can see him. There's Ty Naughton making his debut. Naughton going to be driving for Michael Block Racing in that number 33. I don't know what's with Michael Block and signing rookies, but what are you going to do? Ty Naughton is sort of familiar, I guess you could say. He's never been in one of my series before, but he is well known to a certain point. So great to see Naughton around. Let's go back a little. We got a little 4-car pack. There's Noah Hart. He's back, and that number 83, taking over for Jeffrey Buckeye, who decided not to return to 83 this season. Well, he didn't want to return to the DuPont Cup Series either way. So Noah Hart has 3 wins, the most counted in a season until Dylan Young broke it last season. And they're going 3 wide there. That's Angel Navarro. Navarro was a Season 1 original as well, but yes, it turns out it wasn't a she, it was a he, but transvestite, but either way, Navarro drove the 11 in Season 1. He didn't do too well. He did make the chase by a wild card, but he finished last in the chase, so he didn't really perform too well. Then we got Dustin Griffiths. He's driving the 14 this year. He decided to leave Michael Block Racing and go to the newly formed Stuart Haas Racing. That 14 car seems to be not too strong, actually. He's 27th at the moment. And then we got Richard Johnson, the 38, decided to switch to a different number, but he is on the same Richard Johnson Incorporated team. Good to see Richard back. He didn't really do too much last season besides winning Coca-Cola back-to-back. But Richard looking to get another chance at a championship. He was very close last season. Now he's driving a Taco Bell car. It's amazing. Looking to the right, there's Power Quest. He's making his debut in my series. I guess you could say he's pretty well known. He owns his own offline league, which, if you guys have any brains, I guess you would know who he is. But great to see Power Quest taking on my series, so hopefully he does well. And then number 7, which was formerly driven by Sean Galligan. And Galligan did quite alright, that number 7, so Power Quest is getting some half-decent equipment at least. And then to his right is Cody Lamas. Cody Lamas is in the 5 this season, decided to leave the 11 and go to Hendrick. I was actually surprised Hendrick chose him to drive the number 5, considering how he didn't really perform too well despite getting a win at, I think it was in Joltis last season. So I get to see these two. These two are quite a pair together, I can say. Then we got another pack of cars. We got Jeff James. I don't know too much about him, but he is taking on a Penske car. We actually got 3 Penske cars this season. And speaking of Penske, there is, I think that's John Henry, I think that's what his name is. It could be something completely different. Nah, that can't be John Henry. At least someone. I think it's Jeff Henry or John Henry, something like that. But interesting to see these two in. We got 2. Surprised to see Penske signed 2 rookies. Actually, they signed 3 rookies when Lawler had to leave, but so yeah, Penske's got 3 new guys, so good to see them. We got Charlie Fibrosis returning in the 8. He drove the 8 in season 1, so he's gonna try and take on some DEI equipment again. Actually, it's now Earnhardt Ganassi, if I might say, that 8 car is. So now he's got teammates, so he's got even more team. He's got some new teammates. And then behind him is Chris Washer. Washer's been wanting to get into the series for a while. It's good to see him around. He's piloting the 09, a completely new car for a new team. Although he may be searching for a spot in another team, so you see him. Then we got Jacob Hart. Jacob Hart is Noah Hart's little brother. Gonna see how he performs against his big bro as he's driving the number 57. So I'm gonna see Jacob Hart around. There's William Duncan and the number 99. He pulled off a wild card spot last season out of nowhere, and he's currently 41st on speed, but he doesn't have any drafting help from anybody, so that's not really helping his case. Then we got another big pack of cars. We got Nicholas Guerrera, the number 66. That was the same number he drove in season 1. And look at this, we got some battling right here between Guerrera, Seth Cole, and Trent Dunham. Seth Cole was not present in season 2. He was in season 1 in the 07. Did not perform very well, but he's back, and he's got a ride at Hendrick Motorsports in that number 25. So good to see him back. And then we got Trent Dunham. He's in the number 12. He decided to take over for Jacob Lawler. So we're gonna see how Dunham does here at here at Talladega. So good to see Dunham around as well. We've got Brandon Nicholson. He is 3rd fastest at the moment. Nicholson making his debut in the number 19. Charles Jackson decided to leave that number 19, so Nicholson decided to take over for RPM. And behind him is Michael Block. He's back for a 3rd season straight in the number 29, of course. And he's got a new scheme, which is actually quite sexy, but he's got a good wrench on him. So you see Michael Block around again. So he owns Michael Block Racing, and he's got some new drivers on his side. So I guess we'll see how he and his team do. And behind him, Anthony McCurry, driving the number 37. He's an independent driver for now. Great to see McCurry around, a good friend. See how he does in that number 37 Ford Fusion. I guess we'll see if he makes his presence known in the series. Then we got Jake Cole. He's back in the number 1 for a 2nd season. And he's now part of Earnhardt Ganassi Racing. So it's great to see him around again. He was one of the most active drivers last season. Came away with, I think, 1 win and 1 point. I forget what track it was exactly, but then we got Eugene and Max back in the 17 for the third straight season. The Max actually won here at Talladega 500 about in season 1. So DeMax has a slight advantage. He's got some more experience than some of these guys, and we're going to see how he performs against these guys. And he's got a new Crown Royal scheme, so go see him. There's Austin the Plant, and he's back for third season, actually. He's back at the 6th car. He was very good at the 6th car. Last season, he almost won the championship until being taken out by Charles Jackson in the process. And then behind him is our last season champion, Nick Mason, the 48. How is Mace turning out? He's 18th on the track at the moment. Out here to get some laps. He's got a new scheme. Very great to see Nick Mace back in that 48 for another season. So, yep, Nick Mace, boy. And then we got rookie Alan Cavanero. Is that how you say his name? I think that's how you say it, Cavanero. He's driving the 87. That car is slightly underfunded, very slightly. That car is made from Joe Gibbs. Joe Gibbs made the car and sent it to Alan, who is a single car team for now. So he's driving Gibbs equipment in that Toyota. So gonna see another rookie. And then we got Sean Galligan piloting the 56. One of the most interesting silly season moves. Galligan purchased Redline Racing. So now Hartlepool is driving Redline cars, or Michael Waltrip Racing cars. So that's pretty interesting. He's in the number 56. Toyota for another season. There's Justin Perry in the 88 after being forced. After Hendrick decided to put, how do you say it? After Hendrick decided to put Sanford in the 24, Perry was put in the 88 after Eric Byrne announced that he was going to be leaving the league. But Eric Byrne did decide to come back, but they had already put Justin Perry in the 88, and they didn't want to screw Perry over. So now he's in the 88. And now it's Alex DeMarco. He was in my Transformer series, I think, and then he's driving the 42 for Earnhardt Ganassi. And he's a very lucky one because he's got 2 experienced drivers to help him out. So good to see Alex DeMarco around. There's Corey Williams in the number 32. Rumor has it he's looking to start a team with Cavanero, but you'll see how that 32 car team does. Never seen really Corey much around, but good to see him. And then Daniel Day, a veteran. He's back for a 3rd season. Great to see him back in that 9 car. He's very fond of that 9 car. He's got Brandon Nicholson as a new teammate. He's got the 43 driver as a teammate. I think that's Brandon Griffiths, right? That's pretty much that. Everybody. Let's see. I think we've gone through everybody. I'm pretty confident. Oh wait, no, we didn't go Eric Byrne, did we? No, we did not go over Eric Byrne. Eric Byrne left Hendrick to go with Stewart Haas Racing, so now he's teammates with Dustin Griffiths. Interesting, that's how he's going to do in that 39 car. He did not perform well in Hendrick equipment. I can't imagine he's going to perform in Haas equipment. He's got some drafting help from PowerQuest, but PowerQuest thought second of it. And now he's going to try to dive to the outside. So good to see Eric Byrne back for 3rd season, I guess. And then we got Jacob Lawler in the 31. He was booted from the 12, and now he's in Michael Block Racing. Michael Block said it is probably... I'm surprised Michael Block would hire Jacob Lawler, considering their little mini feud that they had. Those guys battled a good bit. It wasn't very dirty battling, but they did make their presence well known. They battled each other for the win at California. They battled for each other the win at Homestead last season. So at least Jacob Lawler got himself a ride. So it's great to see that Lawler is going to stick around for a 3rd season. And they're driving around. Jeff James is the fastest car. He has a 47.9 flat, I might say. That is a very, very strong piece of equipment. Those Penske cars. got 2 Penske cars in the top 5 fastest at the moment. Better question is this gonna matter though? When it comes to actual race time, is speed gonna matter? It probably will, but oh, we didn't talk about Alex Jones, did we? I don't think we ever talked about Alex Jones. Alex Jones is in the 11 car after Lamas left it. That 11 car was not Gibbs' best. He's come down for a pit stop. Good to see Alex Jones around, I guess. So we got a lot of rookies. It's like one of the largest rookie classes. Check in to make sure. I don't think we talked about Pichu London, did we? I don't think we talked about Pichu. He's driving the 78 in his debut. 78 is a single car team, so he's funding it himself. At 78 is 36th on the track. As now, I guess we should check because he was the slowest. Tainan is the slowest, and speaking of Tainan, there he is, right on the bottom, and he is not performing at all. What is wrong with that car? That 33, Michael Block Racing Equipment, ladies and gentlemen. So, Michael Block Racing consists of the 29, the 33, the 31, and I don't think the 07's back, is it? Yeah, I don't think we have it. Do we have it? I forget if we have an 07 or not. No. So it's a 3-car team. Although, you know, it actually would be a pretty smart move if Michael Block Racing picked up Chris Washer. If they wanted to go 4 cars, I actually would recommend that, but I mean, everyone deserves a team, so. Then McCurry could go to Richard Johnson Incorporated. That'd be quite interesting, because now we got less than 3 minutes left in practice. Cavanero, I'm not sure if Gibbs would sign an unsponsored car. I wouldn't, but but never know. So now let's go back up to the front. Jeff James is just pulling off very fast times. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to beat that lap time of his. These guys are really pitted yet. Let's see what's going on. Not sure about Jacob Hart. Jacob Hart's a single car team for the most part. A lot of possibilities for these drivers, especially Power Quest here. I mean, he has to be a part of Hartlepool, because if Hartlepool and Redline combined, then that 7 car is still there, and they're probably teammates, I guess. And they're Toyota, so Hartlepool's consisted of Power Quest, Galligan, Austin Ogo, and I think there's one more driver. I'm not completely sure. It's those 3, and probably someone else that I'm not recognizing, but no, yeah, and wait, never mind. Yeah, so that's pretty much all of them, I guess. That's the Hartlepool cars, ladies and gentlemen. And now, 1 minute left to practice. This is probably going to be the last lap for these guys to pull off a final charge with some speed. And yeah, Jeff James is very fast for this rookie. See how he does in the PlayStation Unlimited. There's Noah Hart. He's back on track trying to get a one last lap in. And there's Alex Jones. He's all by his lonesome, but he's still 7th. Now the 31 is looking to try and make up maybe some. He's got one last chance. I mean, he's got the 77 behind. He's got the fast car on the track in front of him. These two worked quite well together, and now he's going to try and get to the inside lane and improve his time. I don't think he's been able to do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, complete. And that's it. So now these guys have to come around and finish their lap, and then that's it. So Jeff James, fastest car. Jeff James is the fastest car. Ty Non's gonna be the slowest car. Wow, Non was like slow by like a second. Very impressive by some of these guys as they're trying to get their final laps in. Oh yeah, you know what we didn't talk about? Henry Nova. Let's talk about Henry Nova real quick. Henry Nova is making his debut in the 18 car. No one's ever driven the 18 car yet, so Henry Nova is part of Joe Gibbs. So good to see Henry Nova around in a Toyota. Know him quite well. Drew Austin got booted to the 13 after being booted from the 5 because of Cody Lamas. So yeah, Drew Austin's now a lonesome man. For now. And he's driving a Toyota. Yes, he is. A lot of Toyotas. There's a helicopter cam that we don't need, but... and that's it. And, yep. And that's practice, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed watching practice, and congrats to Jeff James for winning the practice, even though it earns him nothing, but either way, that was an interesting practice session. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this, so see you guys later.